Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics as Non-Classics. This is episode number 525, and Doubleshot number, trying to get the number right, it is 433. Alright, I got two Spider-Man trades, and it's the second and third, it's the second volume of Superior Spider-Man, A Troubled Mind, and Volume 3, No Escape. First up, it's this one, Superior the second volume of Troubled Mind, which contains issues 6 through 10, written by Dan Slott, with artwork by Roberto Ramos and Ryan Stegman. Yeah, this one mostly starts off with the standalone issue, featuring, the return of the Jester. It's the original Jester and Screwball. Yeah, Screwball at this point had not been seen in quite a while. I think the last time she showed up was during Origins of Species. Yeah, and this is one of the things that led to the Avengers questioning what the heck the Spider-Man is doing. Oh, and what did Spider-Man do to the Jester? He beat the living crap out of him. I'm not kidding. That's what he did. And he also punched Screwball in the boob. I have no idea why he did that for. But yeah, that's pretty much what he did for issue 6. Issue 7 and 8 is a two-parter where Spider-Man has to score some special trials while also dealing with Kardak. Yeah, when was the last time we saw him? I think last time prior to this, I didn't think anybody saw him was back in the 90s. Yeah, I think we referenced that too. Yep. This is just a quick little two-parter where Spider-Man takes on Karnak, and, he also gets questioned by the Avengers. At the end of this two-parter, he makes a truce with Karnak, and of course Spider-Man gets put on probation because of all of his actions. So, yeah, and it turns out that the device that Spider-Man's after, this thing is actually used in the very next issue. This magic hat is what the kid called it. It's some kind of neurological device. And in issue 9, which is a standalone issue, he uses to get rid of the ghost of Peter Parker. Yep, that's literally what issue 9 is. And he's gone for like 10 issues. Yeah, he's only gone for about 10 issues, and he comes back. Yeah, thanks to Miguel O'Hara coming back in the next one. Independence Day, the last one, the last issue in here is just, Spider-Man without Peter Parker in his head. First issue to do that, and of course this also hints at the Goblin Nation, which is building up at this point. And it's just a standalone issue with the Goblin Nation. This is just a setup for stuff for later. Yeah, and Peter introducing Anna, talking to, May and Jay, and Jonah, and also featuring also the start of the romance between Anna Marie and Dr. Octavius, and the romance between MJ and a fireman. Yep. And the thing just ends with Green Goblin saying he's the Goblin King now. For the most part, with the exception of making the Avengers look like complete buffoons, yeah, there's one particular test they don't do, and even Iron Man calls them on that later. But despite the whole stuff of the Avengers, it's still a good story. Yep, and I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, you're probably going to see that rating a lot for this one, for these particular reviews. Alright, next up is No Escape, which it contains issues 11 and 16. And with this particular one, Crystal Gage comes on as the co-writer, with Slott, with Giuseppe Kamakali, and Roberto Ramos. Kamakali did the opening, he did like issues, I think it was like 4 through 5, I think it was. Yeah. With this one, the opening 3 issues deals with the title No Escape, which is a Spider-Man brought to the raft to kill Alistair Smythe, aka the Ultimate Spider Slayer. And of course, you also get a chance to reveal that in these issues that what happened with Vulture. He's there at the raft. Screwball is mentioned to be there, but she's someplace else. Boomerang and Vulture are there, and it's also revealed that the Scorpion is alive because everyone thought he died in issue 700, but nope. All Spider-Man did was basically remove his jaw, punch him so hard he moved his jaw. I think later on he got an artificial jaw later on. But of course, thanks to this particular three-parter, we'll get the setup for the next, let's say, storyline dealing with the whole thing of Spider-Man having a base operations. And he has his base operations until the end of the series. Though the Raft later on goes back being a prisoner after this. Yep. And of course, he gets a chance to work with Kirk Connors. First time anybody has seen him since No Turning Back. Yeah. So it's kind of like, for this three-parter, it's kind of like the return of characters people hadn't seen in a little while, but not too long. In the case of, well, Scorpion, I think last time anybody saw him was about 6 months back. Yeah, because these first few issues came out during like June and July of 2013, and it only had been 6 months, so not that long. In the case of the Lizard, it had been like about a year since anybody seen him last, but it's nice the fact they brought him back. And I think he becomes like a recurring character after that. Issue 14 is just a standalone issue of Spider-Man doing something, which even he brings up in the story that nobody bothered to do for 3 years. Destroy Shadowland. Yeah, because it's apparently been still standing since the end of the Shadowland storyline back in 2010. So for almost 3 years this thing stood. And it's like nobody at it's like Slott just remembers something. Oh, Shadowland's there. Let's get rid of it. Yep, and his Spider-Man, oh yeah, and he also hires minions. So him and his Spidey Patrol, yeah, Spidey Patrol, get that? Him and his also army robots. Yeah, apparently he managed to get all this in between issues. I'm surprised they didn't, like, Slott didn't do like a standalone issue explaining how the heck he went through the process of hiring all these people and how long it took to build all the robots. So he launches an attack on Shadowland, destroys the place, kills most of the Hand, though the remaining members of the Hand later went off to Norman Osborn to become part of the Goblin Nation. And then, of course, issues 15 and 16 is just the aftermath, plus also get rid of the character Hobgoblin. Well, kind of in a way. Phil Urich is out as the Hobgoblin, and Nora Winters is fired from the Daily Bugle. Yeah, she's let go. And as far as I know, she has not popped up in any comic book since then. As for where the heck she went, no idea. Because as far as I know, Slott just wrote her out of the series, and it's like nobody bothers with this character anymore. I mean, I would have thought maybe when Peter came back, she would have hired her as a public relations specialist. Nope. Yeah, and the reason why Robbie let her go was because of Phil Urich. That was the reason why. I think also Ben Urich got suspended. Yeah, he got suspended from the Daily Bugle. Of course, this is the new version Daily Bugle, not the original one. Yeah, the original one got bought out by Daniel Bennett, and the original building was destroyed. Now they're in a new building. And, of course, at the end of it, Hobgoblin becomes the Goblin Knight. Of course, Roger Kings pops up here for a quick cameo. Excuse me. Also, as far as I can tell, Hobgoblin, the Roger Kingsley, the original Hobgoblin, he doesn't pop up again until the Goblin Nation storyline. Yeah, that's actually his next appearance, by the way. And that'll be the first time ever that Norman Osborn has ever met Roger Kingsley. Well, at least fought him face to face. That's probably a fight between villains people have wanted to see for years, but Slott kind of ruins that. We'll talk about that when I get to Goblin Nation. But this is actually really good. Despite the fact, yes, Peter's acting a bit different, but there's no buffoonery in here, no supporting characters that are complete buffoons, and I kind of like what Slott wrote in here. So I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It's pretty much a step up from the opening 10 issues of the series. Pretty much, yeah, no more ticking people off, but yeah. But as of right now, I'm halfway through this trade series. There's like 3 more trades left, which we'll talk about those in the next couple episodes. And then in the episode, I'll talk about the last trade, but also be the first of 2 videos I talk about trades I have for Conan, the collect issues of the Conan Barbarian series. Yep. So That's it for this episode. Stay tuned for episode number 526 and Doubleshot for 434, where we'll talk about books 4 and 5 of Superior Spider-Man. Yep, and those two books set up stuff later. Set some stuff that's still continuing this very day. Alright? But until you see you on the next episode, bye.